Alright, guys, the Nintendo Direct just happened. We had some freaking awesome announcements. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. So it started off with Splatoon 3's expansion pass stuff, and this, looks pretty cool. I haven't really played Splatoon 3 or any of the Splatoon games, so I don't know a ton about them. But this expansion pass stuff looks pretty neat. I know it's a massive series, and people are pretty excited about this. Next, we got the announcement of Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Like the rumors said, the leak was suggesting that this was going to happen, and this was going to be our Donkey Kong game for the Direct, and rumors were correct. You can't always write all this stuff off because sometimes people do know what they're talking about, and some of the stuff is very legit. And what we're going to find out here is that a lot of the stuff that we heard was 100% true. And this looks pretty cool. The graphical style looks good, more in the lines of new Super Mario Brothers and that sort of style, but it has a little more going for it, where it actually looks like a fully 3D Mario sort of aesthetic and a 2D world, more so than new Super Mario Brothers. Not that those didn't have that going on, but just more so, it kind of looks like that, and it looks pretty good. But it's a straight up, from what I understand, remake, and it looks like a straight up remake of the first Mario vs. Donkey Kong game that was on the Game Boy Advance. So, looks great. Pretty excited for it. I would have rather had another Donkey Kong announcement, or at least something alongside it. This isn't, it doesn't take the place of a Donkey Kong game for me, because this is, at the end of the day, like we said in yesterday's video, this is a puzzle game. So that's pretty much what you're getting here. But it looks cool, and I played the first one, and I played Minnie's March again, so should be good to dive back into this. That'll be pretty cool stuff, and yeah, looking forward to it. Next, we saw the Prince of Persia 2D game, The Lost Crown, is coming, which we already knew about, but we're seeing more stuff on it, and I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's giving me the 2D classic style vibes of, maybe like Kid Icarus semi. I don't know if that's even a great comparison whatsoever. But this looks great. I think it'll be pretty cool. I've never been a super big Prince of Persia fan. That's just because I haven't played a ton of the games. But I played the Prince of Persia for Commodore 64 and things like that are 2D. So I've got a little experience with the 2D Prince of Persia and a little with the 3D. But this should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to checking out. These bosses look really, really freaking awesome, though. These boss battles, oh my goodness. The design for those bosses look great. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. I think it's pretty cool. I also really love that new logo for Prince of Persia. It looks like it's got a cyberpunky sort of aesthetic to it. So should be awesome, and Ubisoft's got me excited for it. To be expected, we are seeing more on Super Mario RPG Remake, and it doesn't show, a ton more, other than the fact that they're going to have, boss battle mode sort of going on after the game. Once you beat the main story, you can have a boss attack mode and fight the bosses again at a harder level. So looks like there is some additional content being added to the game that we didn't originally get, and I'm hoping that there's a little bit more. I'm hoping they give us just a little something below that, or above that surface level stuff that we normally get, like a boss attack mode, because that seems to be like the go-to add-on for any type of game like this that's either a remake or remaster, where they try to add additional content to it and they can't figure out what to add. So hey, let's just allow them to fight all the bosses again at the end. I'm not a fan of those modes personally. I don't ever play them. Usually don't have an interest. There's very few games that I've done that with, but I think it's cool. And it's going to be pretty awesome. As predicted and leaked / rumored, we've got Trace Memory, which is one of my top announcements for this Direct. Remake of Trace Memory that we had on the DS, as well as a remake of the second game that never came here. So I never got the chance to play that because this is a very, very, very text-heavy game. So there would have been no way for me to be able to play that. I can't read Japanese, so this is right up my alley. Never got to play the sequel. Super excited to replay Trace of Memory. Another Code is really awesome. I've always been very fascinated with the story and characters of this game, and I think it's going to be a great time. So I'm super looking forward to checking it out. It's going to be great. A quick mention to the Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered, starring Lara Croft collection for the Switch. Yes, this is an actual remaster. Yes, you can flip back and forth between, the old style graphics and the new style for this with the actual remaster, and that's pretty freaking cool. I am super excited for this because I'm a fan of the original Tomb Raider games. They were, released around my time. I'm pretty old, and I really, really enjoy these games. I had a ton of fun with them back in the day. Tomb Raider on the Sega Saturn was just unmatched. I absolutely loved it, and of course played them on the PlayStation as well. That's a pretty cool looking game, Battle Crush. I haven't heard of it, don't know much about it, but it looked pretty cool. I figured I'd quickly mention that one. Looks like a neat style of game, and might be pretty cool. Of course, we got to see more for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon HD remaster. This is going to be pretty sweet because I actually think this is my favorite Luigi's Mansion game that most people didn't play. And it's unfortunate. 3DS is an awesome system. This is an awesome game. I think it was a big improvement upon the first game, in my opinion. And this is definitely worth playing. So happy this is being brought to Switch, and I hope that everyone checks it out. Of course, we got to see about the new Xenoblade Chronicles 3 amiibo, as well as the Zelda amiibo that's coming, and that's pretty cool that they're, confirming that. We're seeing that for Smash Brothers and all that jazz, and of course, Sora was also mentioned for this direct. So, if you're an amiibo person, this is right up your alley. Definitely want to make sure that we mention as well F-Zero 99, which was, so rumored, and it's another 99 game. It's not the F-Zero I wanted. I'm a little disappointed. I wish they would have went with like 64 of the SNES game. It's not a bad game by any means. It's a great game. I just feel like this is going to be a bit crowded, a bit harder to play, maybe. I don't know. For me, it would have been more exciting for 64 GameCube. I would have known they wouldn't have done GameCube, but it's unfortunate. And then we got the final big announcement that Thousand Year Door is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This is crazy. It looks like a full remake. It's not titled remake or remaster that I saw. And this looks phenomenal. Absolutely freaking awesome. And I cannot wait for this. This is going to be an awesome time. This is, touted as the best Paper Mario game. I love it. It's a great game. So definitely worth checking out. But be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. We definitely appreciate it. We'll be back with more news videos real soon.